There are a few deadly creatures that patrol this area at night. Fortunately for me right now, it's not puma season, so you're probably not seeing eyes staring at the back of my head right now. At least I hope so. They're not till rainy season, which is a few months away. Now though, it's time to hunt tarantulas. Tarantulas usually dig out their caves along the sides of trails, right where insects might come in, and they wait inside for movement to pounce. It looks like our guide Raphael found a really good tarantula nest. He's got a stick off a tree. We're gonna dangle it in front for bait and see if we can bring one out.
Oh my God. Oh, he's coming out. He's coming out.
Our guide was explaining how their venom is very toxic, but it cannot harm humans. Well, it looks like that's the end of our exploring for tonight. I asked the guide about other poisonous animals like poison dart frogs and things like that, and apparently they're not really abundant to the rainy season, which is from January until March. So if you want to see those kind of things, come back then. But regardless, it was amazing exploring the jungle at night. Right now I'm out here by myself, and I can say it feels pretty scary. This is the Amazon jungle, home to some of the world's most deadly creatures, and today I'm going to take you on a journey learning how the locals use so many of its resources. Natives say many things about the jungle, but two things that stand out are it's nature's medicine cabinet, and you're nothing in the jungle without a machete. The place to put both of these to use is the dragon's blood tree. Let's check out nature's pharmacy. This red sap starting to accumulate is why they call it the dragon's blood tree. Now, the purpose of this dragon's blood here is to use it as an antiseptic agent. So if they ever cut themselves, what they do is they put it on the wound, and it's a bit of a pain relief, but it's mostly to prevent infection. No joke, I was just out filming the ending scene of this video and a bee stung me in the leg, so I figured what better time than to try this dragon's blood out on an actual mini wound. That was the second bee I've been stung with so far on this trip. Actually, it's only been about 30 seconds since I put it on, and the sting is actually going away, so obviously it works because the indigenous people said they did, but it's nice to actually experience it for myself. The pain went away in like 30 seconds. Now it's time for the Amazon's animals. First up, the piranha. As you probably already know, these creatures are known for their deadly bite. What you may not have known, however, is their teeth are so sharp that the indigenous people actually used to use them to sharpen their instruments.
Whoa! Oh my God, did you hear that? Look at that.
Another misconception is piranhas feed on humans. Now, I mean, if you're bleeding, they're going to attack you. But if you just go in, especially with the group and swimming around, you're probably going to be okay. Personally, though, I'm not going to test it today. Speaking of sharp teeth, we've now waited here until nighttime to search for Cayman crocodiles. They're supposed to be more plentiful at night, so now we're going to head down to this boat here and go explore. These river cayman are usually between 1 and 3 meters in length, and they eat fish. They don't eat people.
Look at those eyes.
It looks like our guide has spotted a bunch of baby caymans up on the riverbank. We're going to be able to get out of the boat and check them out.
We've got one right here, a young cayman. Here he is. Oh, look at him. He's heading to the water.
This is our guide, Raphael, and he was actually born in the Amazon, and he's going to be telling us a little bit about why papaya is so important to their diet.
When the people suffer about parasite, I was mentioned before, we have to swallow 100 grams of seeds, and 3 days late, we are all ready to drink a lot of water, and then wait for the 20 minutes more or less, and then there's happen a lot of noisy things inside. Yeah, because this kill the parasites inside.
Essentially, it's a natural cleanse for them. So people like Raphael, every 3 months, they eat these raw papaya seeds. It ferments in their stomach. It helps fight and kill off these parasites. Then 3 days later, they're fighting to get out. They expel the parasites, and their body is in a lot more balance. Overall, there's so much more to discover with the Amazon. With there being over 6.5 million square kilometers to explore, I barely even scratched the surface. However, there is a problem. There's so much deforestation, illegal illegal mining that they're really doing a lot of damage to it. So if you have any interest in coming seeing the Amazon, I recommend you come soon. Sorry to interrupt this program, but you may have noticed some of the parts were out of order. That's because my mic died, unfortunately. So upcoming, it's gonna be a little bit more staticky for a couple parts, but it's kind of some cool things you learn from in the Amazon rainforest. This in front of me is a bullet ant highway. Bullet ants are notorious in their jungle for their vicious bite. But to natives in the jungle, this bite can also be life-saving. Let's say you have a giant cut on your arm or have just had surgery. What they do is they use the pincers of the bullet ant along the wound, and then they rip the bodies off of the ants, leaving only the head, and it keeps the wound closed. Another crazy thing about these bullet ants is they're actually notorious for going into other ant colonies, and I couldn't believe what they did. They take eggs or larvae from other colonies, bring them back, raise them as slaves, and never let them see the light of day again. First up is the famous Amazonian blow dart. Personally, I always thought they took a stick, shaved it down, and put blow dart venom on it, and you were good to go. But what I found out was much more sinister. See this? This is a spiked palm tree. As you can see here, it's full of thousands of tiny spikes. I would pick one off and show you, but there's a reason why I can't. Amazon warriors chose this plant all because of the barbs along the sides of these thorns. What they do is they mix frog venom, snake venom, and ant venom all together into this incredibly deadly combo that when it gets in your bloodstream, it leads to a serious infection, and if you don't look after it right away, you'll need to get your finger or body part amputated. That way, even if this dart only grazes your skin, the venom still gets inside and it's a death sentence. Well, thanks for watching, and stay tuned next week when I have another Amazon video and no more audio issues, so that's good. Also, if you want to follow along with the daily adventure, feel free to follow me on Instagram @MichaelMakesFilms. There I post my adventures from every day, like right here in Bali.